start off our investigation of local homelessness, we interviewed Supervisor Kniss of the 5th District of Santa Clara County at the Palo Alto Superior Court.
Do we have a correct perception of homelessness? Let me go back for you actually 3 decades, because back in the 70s, when Ronald Reagan was governor of California, he decided he would close the mental health institutions. And in closing those, such as Agnew's, which will release its final inhabitants within the next 2 to 3 weeks, when that happened and they were closed, it then released any number of mentally ill patients into our community. What you're referencing is the person on the street, the one who's a little scary, the one who may approach you at Whole Foods Market, or the one who may be sitting on El Camino shaking his cup, or may be living under the bridge near the Stanford Shopping Center. All of those are frightening to us because they're holding a sign, they're holding a cup. It becomes, how do I get out of this terrible situation I'm in? Many of them didn't want to be housed. They would say to me, it's terrific that you're putting up housing for the homeless, but I'm not homeless. I live under the bridge, or I happen to live, they would give us a telephone pole address, many of those will still do that, because if you are housed, you have to then start going by certain rules. But please don't give money to the homeless. There are other methods for them being fed and clothed.
After meeting the Supervisor Kniss, we wanted a different perspective on the homeless. So we went up north to Menlo Park to the Clara-Mateo homeless shelter. There we met with 2 knowledgeable women who gave us a different and unique perspective on the homeless as they talked about the services they provide at the shelter.
My name is Karla Valenzuela. I'm a senior bilingual case manager for Children and Family Services. I've been working in the social work field for approximately 12 years, so I was just transitioning from one thing to something new. And reality is that homelessness is not what many people perceive as somebody who's living underneath the freeway or in the bushes, somebody pushing the shopping cart full of items. Homelessness is much more than that. It's beyond that. It's, you know, your everyday person who happened to lose their housing because their apartment caught on fire, or, you know, they had a severe loss of, you know, funds, you know, the house was repossessed, cars, everything just went away. So we have a very broad variety of people.
You think of homelessness as you got a cardboard shack in the corner and you're sleeping with a sleeping bag, to this is homelessness, and you're able to take a shower and take care of yourself and be able to go to work and get a job and be able to save money if you're smart enough to do that. And people out there do want to help, and a lot of people think there's no help out there.
To end our program on the homeless, we decided to take to the streets and talk to the people who have a first-hand view of our subject, the homeless themselves. The homeless shared with us what it was like to live on the streets.
We certainly have the Armory over in Sunnyvale. We have certainly one place in Santa Clara. We have a couple of places over in San Jose.
I called the St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church in Mountain View asking for financial assistance, okay? They told me that there was nothing they could do for me.
Homelessness is for the birds, and it shouldn't happen in this country or any other country. You know, if we're having that kind of problem, we really should maybe build some more inexpensive type of housing and get some jobs available so we can pay for rental.
I mean, it's just human nature. People just don't want to reach out and help. I mean, we're talking, am I not right? Most of them are out for themselves these days. All they think about is number one, and that's it.
So it's, as far as I'm concerned, Palo Alto is really actually in conjunction with Stanford University. We've had a lot of help with breakfast over the Opportunity Center and things like that. Those kids have really been over backwards trying to help the homeless, you know.